Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking and thank you for being here. These are your Jupiter in Sagittarius readings and I am doing for each sign looking at the astrology of course, but also at the tarot. So for those of you that are interested in the astrology part of the reading, I've put that part of the reading at the end because a lot of people like to go straight onto the tarot. So this way I can have both parties being happy. So I'd like to make a couple of announcements. I will have beneath in the description box below when the tarot starts, and also the link, actually the timestamp will be down the bottom for the astrology part of the reading as well. Now in the description box I will have the cards that I'm using, the tarot, whatever cards I'm using here today, so I don't need to mention each card. I'd like to say, first of all, happy birthday Capricorn. Many happy returns to you. Happy birthday. This is your solar return. It's your time to shine. And I'd also like to thank Capricorn as well as everyone else, but Capricorn because they are coming first in views, so they will be granted the free timeless reading. But Virgo is waiting on their free timeless reading, so that's going to be uploaded first for Virgo, and then gradually in the new year I will have the new reading, the bonus reading I should say, for Capricorn. Now, look out for January till June 2019 in the next 2-3 days. So I'll be doing the first 6 months of 2019 readings, and then towards the mid-2019 year, I will do the second part of the year. And I will let you know about that when they're uploaded. So January 1st to 15th readings, of course, will be up very soon as well. And today is actually the 28th of December. We're almost finished this year. It's been a tough year for everyone. Bring on 2019, I say. I know through working with people and, just generally looking at the vibes, the energies, it hasn't been easy. So bring on 2019. I'd like to thank all of you in advance for being here, for being supportive of my channel, for following me on social media, everything that you do. Thank you so much. And hopefully 2019 will be a much better year. And I'm looking forward to working with all of you. Thank you again. I'm sending you my New Year's blessings from now. Big thank you from my heart. It's been amazing. What a ride. Thank you from the deepest depths of my heart to all of you, each and every one of you. Even just for writing, for commenting, for liking, whatever you do, you are very much appreciated. And I do hope that my work and my, giving to you has helped you along your path. That would, that humbles me and that makes me feel so happy. Now, just to finish up, I've got a surprise that I'm going to announce in about a month or so. I'd like to tell all of you that on the 22nd of December, when Mercury conjuncted Jupiter, and Mercury is my ruler, I'm a double Virgo. On that day, on the 22nd of December, I had a beautiful surprise. And, it was as though I felt something was coming. And I'm going to announce that early in the new year, as soon as I have more details. Just a little something that I'm really thrilled about, and I'm sure all of you will be, for me. And it will be interesting for you to see in relation to my channel. I will get back to you on that, but I will keep you waiting, because I'm waiting on news as well, so I can't tell you exactly what's happening until the new year. So look out for that. I will keep you posted. Now, I'm going to do a spread where I will be, because we're doing Jupiter in Sag, as an example, just showing you, so I don't have to explain to each and every one of you. Let's say we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, because Jupiter transits a sign, it takes 13 months. Because Jupiter moved into Sagittarius, its own home sign, on November 8th. It will be moving out of Sagittarius on December 2nd, 2019. So I'm doing November, December, January. This is the position. How Jupiter will affect you and your sign. This is November, December, January. Here we have February, March, April. Here we've got May, June, July. And this position here will be when Jupiter will be getting slowly ready to move out of its home sign of Sagittarius. So this position will be August, September, October, and November. Okay? And then I will be pulling a card from the Mythic Oracle. I will put the description, the information at the bottom in the description box below. And I'm taking one card, and here it just happens to be Aphrodite. So this is the Mythic Oracle, and I absolutely love it. That will be your general energy. And I'm also using Lenormand as well as Vera Sibilla for more clarity. And, of course, the Romance Angels, okay? So, as I said, all the information is in the box below, so just to give you a general overview of what the reading will be about. All right, now, on to the readings, and for those of you, don't forget, that want to listen to the astrology part, I just go into a few more details about Jupiter in Sagittarius and its retrogrades, how it's going to be retrograding. So for those of you that are interested, don't finish the video at the end of the tarot reading. All right, thank you to all of you. Hello, dear Aquarius. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for being here. This is your Jupiter in Sagittarius reading, which I've promised you a little while ago, which I haven't had time to do. Jupiter is transiting Sagittarius from November 8th, 2018 until December 2nd, 2019. So this reading will be relative to these dates. You can come back and watch it whenever you feel like it, up until December 2nd, to see how the messages pertain to you. Now, today is actually the 28th of December 2018, so you're third in line. I'm doing your reading third in line. They're very interesting readings. They offer a lot of information, so please watch your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now I'm looking at the quarters, 4 quarters of the year for Aquarius, Jupiter in Sagittarius. I will tell you as I put the cards down. Dear Aquarius, Spirit Guides and Angels, what will Jupiter in Sagittarius bring for Aquarius? Please guide me. And we have, okay, the first quarter, which is November, December, January for Aquarius. We've got the 5 of Coins. The second quarter, which is February, March, April. Mind you, in January, we've got the eclipses, 2 eclipses. So this is eclipse time. Now, February, March, and April, the second quarter, we've got the Page of Cups. And there was another sign that had the same card there. And if I was not mistaken, it was Sagittarius. So, same position. Let's look at the May, June, July quarter, which again is eclipse time. It's also the time when Jupiter is retrograding. So let's see. You've got the King of Wands. And let's look at the last quarter, which is August, September, October, and November. We've got the King of Swords. Wow. Okay. I just did the sign of Capricorn. Now you both share the same ruler. You share Saturn. And Capricorn had the King of Swords and the King of Wands at the base of the reading here. So, interesting. Let's take a mythic oracle of the ancient Greek Pantheon, which is a message from the gods. I will be reading from the booklet at the end of the reading. So let's just take the card and see what it shows, dear Aquarius. And then I will read at the end of the reading for those of you that want to stay on for that. Mind you, at the end of the reading is the astrology part in relation to Jupiter. So if you like, you can stay on for that as well. Okay, one card for Aquarius. Jupiter in Sag, dear universe. Spirit guides. Archangel Michael, what is the message for Aquarius? We've got Prometheus, which is sacrifice. Wow. And that is a number 3. Now, what I know from Prometheus, I do know a little bit of Greek mythology. I'm still studying it. It's so exciting, so interesting. Prometheus was the god that took the light from the gods. He stole the light, actually, and he brought it down to earth to people. And he was in trouble from Zeus for doing that. So he did something that Zeus was not very happy about at all. So that may be in the book as well. So we'll read up on that in a little while. But it's called sacrifice. So he sacrificed. I think that Zeus actually punished him into being mortal, if I'm not mistaken, because he sacrificed his chances of staying a god, and having the powers of the gods. But he wanted to give the light, and the light is a lot of things. It's knowledge, it's life, it's civilization, it's all those things. The light was given to people, to humanity, from Prometheus. So this was a very important sacrifice that was made. Now, Aquarius, the universe may be asking for a sacrifice from you. Nevertheless, it's a number 3, and 3s always speak of growth and expansion. So I see we've got the King of Swords here, which is your energy. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, we've got here. I see you as being an eagle in this deck here, and I've got all the information on the cards I'm using in the description box below. I usually see this King of Swords as someone who is an eagle. Now, the eagle in the world card, depicted on the world card, is depicted for Aquarius. Aquarius is shown as the eagle because Aquarius is the genius who's got a bird's eye view. They've got the sight, the vision of the eagle that can see down below and can see everything that's happening on this 3D plane that we're on. So it also, for me, speaks of flight, travel, okay, movement, as well as, flying above, being part of the ethers that Aquarius is, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and they're out in the ethers, they're above this earth, they can see everything from the divine, from up above. So very interesting card this is. I want to take an astrology card for you for more information. Whoops. Aquarius. Spirit guides and angels. Archangel Michael. A card for Aquarius. And I've got my eyes closed, so I'm going to take this card here, and it is Mercury. How you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. Mercury is the messenger of the gods, and Mercury is the messenger who would go down into Hades, into the underworld. So I was just reading from the booklet of the gods that Mercury, Persephone, and Hades are the only three that were allowed to go into the underworld and bring up information. So Mercury is the trickster who goes into the underworld and steals information and brings it to the world. So it's funny that Prometheus is all about sacrifice, right? And bringing the light and the information and the clarity to humanity. Mercury is also the messenger of the gods, and he's all about information, intellect, logic, left brain thinking, as well as communication, writing, publishing. Now, Mercury is the ruler of Virgo and Gemini. Virgo looks at the details. Gemini is all about communication. So there is a strong sense of communication here, information coming to light. Things that have been hidden in the underworld are coming to the surface to be communicated. Okay, so let me take a romance angel for you and see what's happening in your love life. Now, Mercury is going to be retrograding, I think, 3 times in the year 2019. So a lot of time to be looking over information, redoing things. Jupiter will be retrograding from April until August, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just have it here. Yeah, let me look. It's not it. I'll tell you in a second. I'll give you the exact dates. So if you want to know more about Jupiter retrograde and what it's doing with Neptune, please stay on for the astrology part of the lesson and the reading at the end of the reading. So, Aquarius and their love life. Archangel Michael, please guide me to guide Aquarius in relation to what's happening for them generally in their love life. And we've got a card, and we've got past life relationship. You have known each other before. Now this speaks of karma. Okay, there's strong passion here. This is either a childhood relationship or a previous life soul connection. Now this could be twin flame, yes. If it's not twin flame, it's a soul connection. And it could be a relationship on any level. It could be in love, could be in family, any relationship. So, let me just tell you. Okay, so 10th of April until 11th of August is when Jupiter will be retrograding in the sign of Sagittarius. So, dear Aquarius, in the period November, December, January, you may feel that there is you've got a sense of feeling of lack. Now, these are pentacles. This person is asking for something. They are pleading for help. Now you are the humanitarian, you care about other people, you're usually part of a great group, but you're the individual within a group. Sometimes I feel as though even emotionally you may be feeling at this time a little bit left out, yearning for communication, yearning for love, yearning for feeling that you have a place in a group. I feel as though you're feeling in this time that you're left out. Now, for some of you, this could be on a financial level. You're feeling as though there's more money going out than money coming in. And I feel as though someone is asking for a sacrifice from you. Now, this could be anyone, anything. Okay, each and every person is on a different level in their lives, in their awakening, in their partnerships, relationships. You know if this is your reading through the information. I can't be more precise because this is a general reading and thousands of people watch it. Now, this could also mean that, because usually with the Five of Pentacles, there's two people standing outside of a church. So this is as though you're giving up on your spirituality, you're on the divine, you're not aligned spiritually at this time, and your soul is yearning for alignment. I feel as though you're not in alignment with your highest good at this time. But don't fret, because with the January eclipses, whoever's not on their right path, they will be put on there. Now, we've got light here. This is like the light at the end of the tunnel. As you can see, the light is beaming through that window. Light is coming through. This could be an awakening that the divine asks for a sacrifice from you. Now, this could be the divine asking you to help the needy, to help the poor, the people that are less privileged than you. There could be a person that is, this could be an earth sign that is begging for your love, that is feeling left out in the cold from you. And Aquarius, you are an air sign, so you look at the facts. Sometimes you're not as emotional as is necessary at the time, because you're an air sign and you look at the details. And that's the physical energies of all air signs. They look at the facts, they don't look at the emotions. Not as much anyway. So make sure that you're looking around. If there is someone in need, be there for them. This is a time of love and giving. We've just had Christmas. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas as well. Now here in the position of February, March, April, there is either an offer of love that's coming through unexpectedly. This is a Scorpio, Cancer, Piscean energy. This is an offer of emotional giving. This could be an offer of love and an apology that's coming through. This could be either you offering to someone else, or another water sign, sun, moon, or rising, giving to you, offering you their heart and offering you their love and their emotional support. Now, this is a child, so this could be either a child of yours, because this is an adolescent. For some of you, this could be a child of yours that's offering you something that's going to make you very happy, because this is the Ace of Cups here, right? And this is in the time of February, March, April. Here in the crowning position, May, June, and July, the time of retrograde, the retrograde of Jupiter, as well as the eclipses again. We've got the King of Wands. Now, this is a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You could have strong fire within your chart. The King of Wands, and this is a number 7 he's got on him. 7 is the divine number. The King of Wands is someone who's very spontaneous. Two very different energies here. So you may be dealing with someone who's got strong fire in their chart, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This is someone who's very spontaneous, very sexual, very driven, and they've got leadership qualities. Now, usually they've got a fire burning within them. They're not the people who are calculated. They go for what they desire. That's why these two energies are very, very different. Okay, so if you've got strong fire in your chart, you may be showing up as a fiery person at that time. Or, you know, the times of retrogrades are when we turn inwards, we go within, we redo things. But this could also be a fire sign coming into your life that is, you know, bringing in the energy that you're lacking, let's say. Filling in the void that you've got. Okay, and this could work really well. So one person could balance the other. Now we've got two kings. Okay, so this could be a same-sex relationship, whether you're male or female does not matter. We've got a fire sign and we've got an air sign. They fit each other, I think, because what one doesn't have, the other one has. And this could, both these energies together could speak of strong communication, of sexuality, of sexual preferences, of sexual needs. Okay, and this could be the key that unlocks the future for some of you. And that just, you know, that just divinely came out. I don't know why. That will speak to some of you, of course. Now, because the card of Prometheus says sacrifice, now sacrifice reminds me of the Hanged Man, which does speak of time, waiting, holding on, being, you know, sacrificing something that you love for others. And again, what we give out comes back to us. What we've given out will return back to us. Jupiter is usually a very benefic energy. It gives expansion, it gives luck, it gives growth. Sometimes it can even expand on legalities. It can expand on difficult energy as well. But usually the energy of Jupiter is very positive. So, you know, Jupiter is the wheel. When the wheel's going down, it's going to come back up. So what's been happening in your life? Wherever you're at with Jupiter, it brings the change. So if you've sacrificed things of yours, things that you love, then it's time for you to receive. If you've been receiving and receiving, then the universe is asking for a sacrifice from you to give to others. And that's how the wheel turns and, you know, changes the energies. Let's take some more cards. Now we've got past life relationship. Someone from your past could be coming back. Now the King of Swords is someone who is, as I have said, they're very intelligent with communication. He's got a sword. He will use the sword when he needs to. Now I'm reading only the cards upright. If he was in the reverse, it would be a difficult energy. His words can cut. Sometimes too much truth can hurt some people. So clear, concise communication is important, especially with retrogrades. It's time to, you know, go over communication, look at the facts. Let's take one card for each position. Now, the past life relationship says that you've known each other before. So you're going through some sort of a karmic situation here, where someone or something is coming back from the past. The communication with Mercury And Mercury will be retrograding as well at some points. But, you know, just take care with the way you communicate. Some of you, through communication, through social media, could be catching up with people from the past. Let's take one card for each position, and we've got November, December, January. We've got the Seven of Cups, again, Piscean energy. Now this is Neptune. Things are up in the air. There is lack of clarity here. Okay, so this could also speak of having choices. Again, sacrifice comes up here because that's what, you know, the Hangman. The Hangman is Piscean energy. Seven of Cups is Piscean energy. You may have choices, and choosing the right choice, I think that through giving, yes, through giving, you will have choices as well. So give, whether it is small or it is big, whatever you can give back is going to come back to you, dear Aquarius. Let's look at the Page of Cups, February, March, April. We've got the Nine of Coins, and this is the energy of Virgo for me. Okay, so there's strong Virgo, Piscean energy here. So the axis Virgo, Pisces. Virgo is looking at the details. It's your daily routine. Pisces is a completion, completing a cycle. Now Chiron is in Pisces, finishing up there. Chiron is the wounded healer. It's finishing up a cycle. Some past life wounds are coming to an end. But here it says that you've got enough. You've got enough money to get you through. Financially, you're very stable, but you're on your own. You're standing alone emotionally. But you know what, dear Aquarius? You are not alone. The Page of Cups is here. Okay, which is an offer that's coming unexpectedly. Now, if you're in a financially good position, as I've said, give. If you've been alone emotionally, then there is something coming in for you. In the months February, March, April, love is coming in for you. And you could be dealing with a Virgo, strong Virgo energy. Let's look at, and because Mercury is the ruler of Virgo as well, let's look at the King of Wands, which is May, June, and July. We've got the Hanging Man. There you see. The Hanging Man, again, the sacrifice, taking time out with retrogrades, 4 months of retrogrades of Jupiter. This is a time of being spontaneous, right? And it can be a bit of a passive-aggressive time for you, because if you're showing up as fiery with the King of Wands here, and we've got the Hanging Man also wearing red, there's a lot of aggressive, passive-aggressive energy here. So you're wanting to move forward, but you're actually hanging in the midst there, sacrificing something, and you've got 4 months of looking over the details, working out your path forward. Jupiter will have 4 months of retrograde time to help put you on the right path, and know that whatever you've sacrificed, you will receive, I believe, here, because you're gonna grow wings, dear Aquarius. You're growing wings, and that's amazing. Let's look at the last quarter, August, September, October, November. For those of you that are in a situation where your love life is being put on hold and, you know, you can't do it. There's too much spontaneity, too much passion here. For some of you, this is like impossible. For others of you, you are sacrificing. You are waiting. You are holding on. Okay? It could be that you feel a calling, because this is a relationship that's very calming. Okay? And when we've got soul connections, twin flame connections, doesn't matter how long it takes, you guys. You know, I remember a lot of the comments coming through for people that I was telling them, hold on. It's worth the wait. A lot of people were saying, I can't wait anymore. If that's your energy and you can't wait for that twin flame energy, then if that's what your calling is and you feel as though you need to move on, then listen to your heart. Okay? Let's see what the King of Swords wants to show. And we've got the High Priestess. Interesting. Again, Virgo, Pisces, axis. Wow. Now, Virgo is being of service to others. Pisces is the house of sacrifice. Piscean people give and give and give to the point of giving too much. So the important thing here is to find the middle ground. Okay? It's time to love and nurture yourself as well. Try to find that healthy balance of giving and receiving, dear Aquarius. I think that's the message for you. Now, the High Priestess is all about secrets. She's in between those two pillars. This is the Moon Goddess. She has a deep knowing. This is a strong intuition. Again, Virgo is the most intellectual earth sign of all. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. How you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. So travel is in the mix as well. Some of you, I feel as though you may be getting ready to take flight, to travel. Sagittarius is always about foreign places and people. The High Priestess is all about the knowledge. Look at that owl. There is wisdom here. There is wisdom in the knowing. Some of you, and that's what Sagittarius is all about, it's all about the wisdom, philosophy, higher education. Sag is also about foreign places and people, being the guru. Now, she sits between two pillars. Two pillars where she's number 2, which looks like a number 11, okay, in cardinal numbers. But she's also, as I said, strong intuition as well as knowing. She knows in these scrolls is the information. Now, you may have strong knowing, or you may be dealing with someone who is strongly connected to the occult, to spirituality. This is the female counterpart of the Hierophant, the High Priest. Okay, so she's very spiritual. Some of you, maybe your spirituality, you're connecting to the divine, you're becoming the guru, you're becoming the what's it called? The philosopher, okay? Growing spiritually, intellectually. Some of you are expanding your knowledge, your education, as I've said. Let me take some more cards. Now, logic. There's a lot of logic here with Mercury. Mercury is the left brain. Sagittarius and I should say Neptune. Neptune, which is the ruler of Pisces, is the right brain. It's the divine. Okay, it's our spirituality. It's our unconscious. So I think that balancing out your logic with your own higher self is what's important for you. Let's take one card for each position for Aquarius. And we've got the Tower here, and another sign had it. Oh, so it was one of the first 2 signs I did. So I started with Capricorn and then I started with Sagittarius, then was Capricorn. Now it was either Sagittarius or Capricorn who got the Tower here. So the Tower is a sense of being lonely, feeling lonely. too much work, not enough play. But this is a number 19, which depicts the sun. The sun is clarity, it's the light. It's the light that comes from the underworld. Okay, so the tower is not the same as the tarot. It's got to do with business, loneliness, too much work, not enough play, not enough emotional balance here. And the sun could also be, it's the father, let's say. Some of you could be feeling left out by your father. Some of you, your father works too hard, always at work. You feel emotionally left out. Let's look at the period February, March, April. So the second quarter. And we've got the flowers. Beautiful. So this is a bouquet. So this is, the flowers is something that is on offer to you. This is, the flower bouquet is a bell that rings with happiness. Let it ring throughout your life and sing a tune of sweet gladness. So whatever offer is coming through, this is a beautiful energy. Now this is a number 9, which is the natural house of Sagittarius. So Jupiter will be bringing you some blessings in the time of February, March, April, just after the eclipses of January. This is a very beautiful time for you. Okay, and the flowers, the bouquet, this could be an offer of, let's, take our relationship to the next level. Flowers are offers for a lot of things, for weddings, engagements, just generally, popping the question, let's move in together. Valentine's. This is the time of Valentine's, February, March, April. So that's looking like a beautiful time, and that's around about the time of your birthday. Let's look at the position of May, June, and July with the retrogrades. We've got the woman. So the lady is, sorry about that. I was saying that we've got the lady, and the lady is either, if you are a male, this is your partner. If you are a female, then this is your energy. It's a number 29, which adds up to 11. So some of you may be dealing with a fire sign female, because we've got the King of Wands. Doesn't matter that it's a king. She's obviously some sort of a leader. She's a business owner. But there is some sort of sacrifice that this woman may be asking from you. Okay, now if this is your partner, as I said, it could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, or they could have strong Pisces in their chart. Okay, so if this is a same-sex relationship, as I said before, here we've got a woman. So as I said, it could be, it doesn't matter if you're in a same-sex relationship. This would count for male or female same-sex relationships, but this is the feminine energy here. So whoever takes on the energy of the feminine counterpart in the relationship, then this is them. Okay, let's see what the next card is, and that's the last quarter, August, September, October, November. And we've got the ship. This is incredible. And this is incredible because I just did Capricorn and they had the ship in the same position. Yes, I think it was. And we've got how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel with Mercury here. So there is travel here. And I have said that I see you as having wings. You're taking flight. So taking flight to find your expansion, to expand your life. This is a 3. So that's the energy of the Empress. This is growth, expansion, going to visit your mother. Some of you may be even traveling to a distant place, and that's where you could be, let's say, falling pregnant, if that's what you're hoping for, because the Page of Cups could be, a child. Now, because we've got the Tower card here and we've got the 19 adds up, it's like the Sun, Leo, and that's all about children. So yes, with the energy of the 3, it's expansion and growth. Jupiter does that. And it could be a physical expansion of pregnancy. The High Priestess is the moon goddess. She holds the secrets, but she's also very strong spiritually. You need to trust your intuition and go for what you think is the right path that you need to be on. For those of you that want to take a trip, this is the right time. Okay, this is the right time. For others of you, the High Priestess being like going through a new doorway, you become the spiritual one, you become the guru, and you go through that door, because this is a door. The High Priestess is a door that you're going through, and on the other side is a total different world. It's like a new world that opens up for you. Now, if this is metaphorical or physical, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. Again, you could be traveling to a spiritual retreat, okay, or just metaphorically traveling and raising your consciousness, and your, opening your third eye. That's what the High Priestess is all about. Let's take some Sibillas, dear Aquarius. Let's take 3 cards on the first position. So the first 3 months, November, December, January. We've got Donna Maritata. I was just talking about the Priestess, the mother with the children. This is beautiful energy. This is like the woman that's very loving and nurturing. Now she could be a wife, she could be a mistress as well. Nevertheless, she's got the qualities of a mother. Now maybe you're feeling left out from your partner. Some of you could be feeling left out. Some of you may be feeling left out from your children. Maybe your children are feeling left out from you. Maybe you've been working too hard. Let's see what else we've got. We've got Giovina Fanciulla. And this is the Virgin. This is pure qualities. Brand new energies. If this is an energy, if this is a female, let's say, even a male, it's someone who's very young, they're very pure. This is the Virgin. So very different qualities. The Donna Maritata is the mother with the children, whereas the Virgin, the Giovina Fanciulla, is like someone who is beginning from the beginning. Now this could be an elderly, I should say, adolescent daughter, or this could be talking about the past. This Donna Maritata's past, let's say. And they're both number 12. That is very interesting. I'll show you the cards. One more card and we've got Speranza, which is hope or fear. Now the young virgin here could be the mistress as well. She could be a mistress, the other woman. Okay, so we've got, it's funny that we've got 3 women here, but the Speranza is not so much a woman as an energy for me. So it's a card of fear or hope. But here we've got both cards, as I said, are number 12s, and 12s is the number of the hangman, the sacrifice. So I don't know how that could speak to you. This could be asking, if you're a mother with children, this could be asking for a sacrifice on a daughter of yours, a female, even if it's not a daughter, could be just an adolescent child. They could be asking you for a handout for money, literally, with the 5 of coins here. Okay, let's see what else we've got. I know it's hard to see the cards, so I'm bringing them up a bit. Sorry. It's very hard to see all the cards. Let's look at the position February, March, April around your birthday. So we've got the Page of Coins, Page of Cups, sorry, 9 of coins, and the bouquet. 2 nines. Wow, 2 nines here. So we've got Donna del Servizio. Virgo is all over your reading. This is the servant that brings you help. This is your helper, okay? And this is like the 3 of Pentacles. So expansion and growth. Anything to do with work. Being congratulated, an offer for work. Here we've got the Prigione, another 9. This is Capricornian energy, all about work. Whatever it is, it's something holding you back. Someone is feeling chained and bound by something. Could be something from their past. Someone could be offering their love, but you can't accept because of obligations. Maybe you're married. Maybe you're offering your love to someone and they're married. Whatever the case is, there are obligations here. Anything to do with the authorities, anything to do with work, anything to do with your status. And this could even be past life karma, which is coming back, and you need to sacrifice something so that you could clear past life karma. Let's take another card. And you know, the energy of Capricorn is Saturn, the Lord of karma. And here we've got melancholy, melancholia. So a bit of depression here. A bit of depression here. Depression of seeing the situation, seeing life as being, you know, seeing the cup half empty than half full. I'm going to take another Sibilla because it doesn't really... Donna di Servizio is a helper. Wow. Another card just fell out, and I'm going to leave it right where it is because it fell here. And we've got, look here. Now we've got the 3 generations. We've got 3 12s here. So we've got Donna Maritata, which is the mother with children. This is the Virgin. And this is the fiery, passionate, sexual queen here. Very sexually active. Look at this now. This is the energy right now. The Virgin to me speaks of another life. Once upon a time, could be when you were the Virgin back then, back in those days. And then came, you know, your life opened up emotionally, sexually. You became a fully grown female, male, doesn't matter. And we've got the 3 different generations, let's say. This could be, yes, 3 different lives because we're talking about past life relationships here. Now, this could be in this life, and there's 3 different generations. Okay? So we're talking mother with children, which would be over 35 years. Here we've got the Virgin, which could be 13, 14 years old. And here we've got the sexually active grown woman, passionate, spontaneous, fiery, and very just, you know, romantic. So she would be around the age from 17 up, I would say. So that's funny that we've got 3 different age groups here. Very strange, very funny that they're all number 12s and they're all standing for the Hanged Man, which is a number 12. Sacrifice again. Okay, let's look at I was going to take another card after the Melancholia here. And we've got Ladro, the thief. I'm going to take one more card because the thief here, the thief is a number 10. It's some sort of a completion, but there is, something's being stolen. There is some difficult energy here in this time, in this period, just after the eclipses, February, March, April. Now, there is help here with the Donna di Servizio, okay? Now, as I said before, there is a feeling of loneliness here. There could be an apology that's coming through. Whatever difficult energy you're going through with the prigione, feeling chained, tied, bound to a situation, feeling as though you can't get out of this, and then Ladro comes in to either take something from you or you're taking something from someone else. Whatever it is, it's a 10. Okay, so this could speak of material possessions being taken. And I'm going to take, instead of taking a Sibilla, I'm going to take a tarot card, just for more information. Now, this could say that someone has stolen your heart and, they've thrown it in the bin. And that the offer that you are giving to someone else, they are not accepting it. That could be a story as well. Let's take one more. And maybe the sacrifice hasn't been made yet here. And that's why we've got these difficult Sibillas here. Let me take one more. It's got the potential for something's coming in because of the bouquet. Know that whatever is happening, okay, 2 cards opened up. I'm going to take them both. So we've got the 2 of coins, a choice, and the 5 of wands, which is things being up in the air, having to make a choice, being very busy, and disagreements here. But 5s always speak of change coming through. Now, change is going to come through, maybe through loss. Maybe through loss. You never know, maybe through work. Some of you that are working too hard with those 2 of coins, working too hard, this may weigh on your health, so be careful with that. For others of you, there's just disagreements within a group, a family situation here. But 5s always speak of change. So, does the Sibilla want to give me a bit more information? Last Sibilla on that area. Let's see. And we've got leggerezza, which is transformation and a rebirth. This is lightness of being. This is a number 10 again. Through sexuality. Okay, there comes a change. There is a transformation. The weight will come off your shoulders. Now, this could be a new partnership that's forming here. So some of you may be leaving the past behind and moving into a new partnership relationship. Okay, and it's going to start off very sexually. There's going to be a sexual attraction here. And it's a 10. Again. Completion. Transformation. Change. Let's look at the position of May, June, and July. Wow. Sacerdote. Number 13. Transformation through spirituality. A commitment. Changing or sacrificing something for a commitment. Sacrificing your freedom for a commitment. Spiritually growing, becoming the philosopher, sacrificing for other people, giving to others. Whatever it is, this is transformation here. This could be, again, this could be a new relationship that is forming here, and it's got the let's say the ingredients to become a long-term relationship and partnership and marriage, but it does ask you for sacrifices, okay? And the priest says that spiritually you have to be aligned, you have to be on the same level, on a spiritual and on a religious, the same plane, on the same level. Let's see. We've got alegria, merriment and happiness. Okay. Letting your hair down, going out with mates. Superbia. Something to do with pride. Something coming in that's very beautiful, but it's going to be, there could be too much pride here. For some of you, where there is sacrifice, some of you feel as though you've sacrificed too much for the family, and you're starting to let go, and you're going out more, you're going out with friends, being prideful. There's a lot of vanity here. If this is a relationship, yeah. Now, this could also say that you could be meeting this person whilst out with friends, but the advice is, you know, bring yourself down a few levels. Don't be too prideful, because that will not work. We've got the Hanging Man, which says that you've got to look at things through another lens, through another perspective. Let's see what's in the last quarter, dear Aquarius. And we've got Gran Signore, which is someone who can be quite prideful. This is, again, Scorpio, death and transformation energy. We've got the 13. He can be quiet, he can have a strong ego, but financially he's in a really good position. Now, if this is work, okay, if this is work, if there's been too much work and not enough play, then that could be where the problems have stemmed by. Some of you are just letting go of too much obligation to work, okay? You've given enough sacrifice, and it's time to give more to the family. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got Morte, again Scorpio, unbelievable. Death and transformation, change. This is very strong Plutonian energy. And here we've got Delirante, being delirious, but having support. The change is going to be overwhelming for you, but you've got people at your side that are going to support you. Now, could this be something very abundant, a lot of money coming through? Yes, if this is in relation to money, you've got the 9 of coins here, right? You've got vanity here, which can speak of something really amazing coming through, okay? And if this is like, because we're talking about Jupiter now, when Jupiter brings things in, he doesn't bring them lightly, he brings them on a grand scale. So Delirante is a card of, it's a neutral card, which speaks of it can go this way or it can go that way. Being delirious from the transformation, it's just too much for you at this time. Being overwhelmed with happiness or sadness, I don't think so though. Let me take one more card. And we've got Vecchia Signora, which is the mother, the grandmother, the visitor. This could also be a situation that has matured, that has come to fruition. Something is coming to fruition. You could have someone that is there to help you through this crisis time, whatever this is for you. There is movement though, there is change here. With the Gran Signore, he's very abundant. So this is a king, really. This would be the King of Cups, which would be the King of Hearts. Usually I see this as the King of Pentacles, which is financially very stable, very steady, business-wise, if this is money. Let me take one more, you guys. One more, dear Aquarius. Oops. No, 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 no. How many cards? 4 cards? You've got to be kidding me. 4 cards. Well, I said no, but they wanted to really come out, didn't they? Goodness me. Goodness gracious me. We've got home stability, family. Some sort of depression. This is low morale. Psychologically, something happening at home. Not being happy. This could be a literal illness as well. Nothing major though. I would say it's more mental than anything else. Here we've got like the Ace of Coins. Okay, so this is the safe. It's stability, it's groundedness, it's beginning something new, something stable, whether it's business, whether it's a new home at a distant place. Okay, this could speak of a financially stable marriage, and this could speak of celebration, of course, but it can also say that there's 3 people in the picture. It is a 5. 5 of hearts, 5 of cups. Okay, so, all right, many different messages, individual messages. Dear Aquarius, I think that this reading lasted long enough. Communication is going to be important for you. You're receiving the light. You know what you've got to do. Let me read from the book for you. For those of you that do not want to stay on for me reading from the book, thank you so much for being here. Let's look at Prometheus, everyone else. Number 3. Okay, and let's see what this sacrifice and this light, giving the light to people. Okay, what does that mean? So, the myth. Prometheus is a rebel, hero, and champion for mankind. Now, Aquarius is the rebel themselves, are they not? They can be, because they're ruled by Uranus. And Uranus is the rebel, yeah? Okay. When Zeus overthrew Cronus, which is Saturn, creating a new world order, he viewed man as slaves. So, obviously, Kronos was the king of the gods, and then Zeus overthrew Kronos. So Zeus brought in a new world order because Kronos used to see everyone as slaves. Now Prometheus, however, viewed man as more and decided to steal fire from the heavens and give it to man. The power to use and control fire meant power, freedom, and independence for man. The power of light, warmth, and food were among the gifts of fire. As punishment for doing this, Zeus had him hung upside down and forced to have his liver eaten every day by an eagle. Oh my God, yeah, I couldn't remember the story. Every night his liver grew back and the process would repeat itself. Actually, it was Zeus that saw everyone. Zeus viewed man as slaves at one point. Okay, so when I said it before that it was Kronos, now Kronos was even worse. Okay, he's the god of karma. Okay, so Kronos was really tough, and Zeus, thank God for Zeus, but no one was perfect. Zeus wasn't perfect, just like nothing is perfect except for God himself, okay? Now, the message here, the message is that a sacrifice for a higher gain is at hand here. On a deeper level, you already know this is needed now and that something must be sacrificed. It may be comfort, safety, pride, or a need for instant gratification in the form of money, attention, or approval. The requests and desires of the ego must be sacrificed for a higher cause and a higher gain. You may find yourself in an uncomfortable position for a time in order to reach this higher goal, but the richness of living in your truth and living with integrity will far outweigh any discomfort. To live in this way is to be a true hero. The myth of Prometheus is about fighting for a higher cause without the promise of fame, riches, or glory. The act is enough and the consequences accepted. The reward is the contribution. Okay, so I'm not going to read the rest of it. There is a little bit more. I think that I will leave it at that. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, dear Aquarius. So, beautiful cards. I hope you appreciate the messages. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Sending you lots of love and lots of blessings. I'll be right back for the January-June readings. So, if you haven't pressed on that little bell, please do so. Sending you lots of love, dear Aquarius. Bye for now. Okay, for all of you astrology lovers, Jupiter in Sagittarius. Okay, as I said in the introduction, Jupiter moved into its home sign of Sagittarius on November 8th, 2018. That was actually St. Michael's Day, for those of you that look into saints, that are Catholic, or even I'm Greek Orthodox, and for us that's a very big day. It's St. Michael's Day, and Michael is my spirit guide as well. So Jupiter moving into its home sign of Sag on that day was a very, very special day for me. And I think that Jupiter's blessings for everyone is very, very different and very, very giving, very abundant for most people. Now, not everyone has got the same astrology. Not everyone is born on the same day. Of course, we're all affected in a different way. But I believe that the blessings come through in different ways for each and every person. Because I believe that as a collective energy, Jupiter being the planet of abundance and expansion and growth, I believe that Jupiter brings blessings. So Jupiter moved in its home sign on November 8th, 2018. It will be there until December 2nd, 2019. So that's 13 months. It's not a year, it's 13 months, just under. So now what is Jupiter? What does it do in its home sign? Well, obviously it's very strong. It's very potent. It feels very happy there. Very happy. Now Jupiter is, and I should say Sagittarius is all about truth, spirituality, foreign places and people at a distance. Jupiter can rule any legalities, legal issues. It likes to expand on everything, even the view, the way Sagittarius looks at the world. It's a big, open place out there. It's a place where you can go on adventures and explore. So you've got a very wide angle of seeing things, as looking at the world as being the bigger picture, looking at things from a wider angle. Sagittarius is also higher education, becoming the guru, looking into studies, becoming the teacher, becoming the educator. So furthering your studies to the point where you can actually become the teacher. That's what Sag is. Now Sagittarius is a fire sign, so it's very, go get 'em. It's an action sign. It's a sign that's ruled by fire. So it's very passionate. It's very spontaneous. And it's a very, very, very positive energy. So Jupiter being in its home sign of Sag gives that back to us. It likes to expand and grow and bring luck. So that's why today I did these readings on the tarot, to see through the astrology and through the tarot how each astrological sign could be affected with Jupiter being in its home sign of Sag. So I'd like to now go on to one or two things that are happening with Jupiter. Now, Jupiter, through the year, through its transit of Sagittarius, will be squaring the other big player, Neptune. Now, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, and Pisces can be quite delusional. Now, Neptune is also, it's the higher octave of Venus. So what is Venus? It's what we value. It's what we place love on, what love is for us, what we treasure, what is dear and important to us. So Neptune being the higher octave of Venus. Now Neptune is actually in its home sign of Pisces. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So it's, Neptune is completing a very, very big cycle because Neptune stays in each sign for about 14 years. So that's a very big transit. Now it's at 14 degrees of Pisces, so it's practically halfway. So it's, coming to midpoint of Pisces, and that's a very important time for whichever planet is transiting its home sign. Now, because Jupiter moves much faster, it does the astrological, it does the horoscope every year, whereas Neptune is much slower, and it takes 14 years to finish, to complete each sign, not the whole astrological zodiac, okay? So it's, the further out the planet is, the more potent its energy is, the stronger it is. So we're going to have for quite, throughout the year of 2019, we have Jupiter squaring Neptune. Now, as I said, Neptune can be delusional. Neptune could be also the divine love. Neptune is spirit. So Jupiter is expansion and growth and looking at the bigger picture. Now, Jupiter can expand on the positive and the negative. Mostly, I would say on the positive because it's a lucky planet. But when we've got difficult aspects like squares in astrology, that's it's an aspect of difficult tension, difficult energy, which, tension brings change. It's like, pulling a rubber band where it breaks. If you pull too much, the tug of war, let's say, which I usually say that the opposition where one planet is opposite the other one in the zodiac, that's my tug of war aspect. Now, the square aspect is like pulling on a rubber band. And if you're not careful, that rubber band is going to break. And that's where, you can wreak havoc. That's where you can have a lot of trouble. But sometimes going through difficult energies, through action, because that's what squares make you do. They make you take action, and therefore comes the change. So we just have to be careful with squares to try and work with the energies, go with the flow, see, use your instinct, use your intellect, feel into the energy, meditate. Now, this is what we have to look out for. We may be feeling more suspicious, more paranoia, more paranoia. I'm getting mixed up with the Greek word because that is a Greek word. We call it parania in Greek, but in English it's paranoia. So we may be feeling that over the time, and I will tell you when it will start, when Jupiter will start squaring Neptune. As well as that, we may be feeling very over-optimistic, too trusting, or we may be idealizing a romantic interest. Let's say we're interested in someone. We may be wearing rose-colored glasses and, being disillusioned of the feelings of the other. So, that's looking at the bigger picture, Neptune is spirit, of course, but it's also disillusion and illusion. So we're looking at something through rose-colored glasses. We're looking at it as being amazingly grand, huge, and so lucky. with Jupiter. So be careful with shattered illusions. Now, this energy could also be testing your faith, because you may be disappointed. Yes, that's in the mix as well. Beware, and if you have any disappointments, and they could be major disappointments because of Jupiter and the expansion that it makes on things, use your faith. Trust in the universe. Trust in the divine order. Trust in the divine outcome, and trust that you are not alone. Whatever you're going through, there is a reason for that. There is always a reason behind whatever happens. Now, also beware of deception. Neptune can be deception, and Jupiter can expand on that. Now, also in relation to resources, things that we own, you may not feel as secure as what you thought you would be. Even though Jupiter in Sag can bring abundance and can bring a lot of good things to us, Neptune could also be the disillusion, the illusion of having more than what you really have. And also, very importantly, avoid gambling and drugs. It's not a good time at all. Now I'm going to go into the exact squares, when these squares will be taking place. So on the 13th of January 2019 at 14 degrees and 22 minutes, that will be the exact square of Jupiter and Neptune. So they will be squaring exactly 3 times in the year 2019. So the first square, the exact square, will be on the 13th of January 2019. On the second time that they meet up exactly will be on the 16th of June 2019 at 18 degrees and 43 minutes. But at that time, Jupiter will be retrograde. So we always know when a planet goes retrograde, yes, its energy is more potent because it seems as though it's stopped in the sky, even though it's not really stopped. It's just an illusion. It's our view from Earth, the way we see it. And of course, it's closer to the Earth. It's closer to us, and that's why it gives the illusion of retrograding. So, yes, Jupiter will be retrograde at that time, and so will Pluto. And therefore, again, Pluto's energy will be much more potent. And guess what? Saturn, Kronos, the Lord of Time, the Lord of Karma, and Pluto is the Lord of Karma, I should say, and transformation. These 3 big players will all be retrograde. So Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn will all be retrograde on the 16th of June 2019. Mind you, July, I think it is, when we have when we're going to have the eclipses. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, it's July. So June, July, very important time of year. Where are we? Just let me tell you, okay, on the 2nd of July and on the 16th of July are the next eclipses. So June, July, very important time of year. Oh, wow, it's going to be important. Now, always with retrogrades, we know we have to go within, we have to, it's a time of working, going inwards and redoing things. So that's, the chance that we're given from the divine to work on things that we need to work on. So if we're not on the proper path, we need to be put on the proper path. Now, 3rd time that they meet up in the sky, on the 21st of September 2019 at 16 degrees 59 minutes. Now, Neptune will be retrograde then, as well as Pluto. So again, the big players, whenever we're talking about the outer planets, Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, and Jupiter going retrograde, it's very important. It's a massive time of change. So hold on to your hats for those dates. When we talk of the precise time, that's when the precise aspect, they're right, you know, the square will be exact. So any time just before, I would say, is the most important time, because that's when, you know, when they're coming to become exact, when they're coming closer and closer to the degree to be exact, that's when it's the most strongest and most potent energies that we're going to feel. Once they hit the exact point and they start to move apart, it sort of softens a little bit the energy. Okay, just so you know, it's coming up to those dates where it's the strongest of all the energies. Now, I'd like to also say one more thing before I finish up, that Jupiter going retrograde on the 14th of January 2019 at 14 degrees and 30 minutes, Jupiter will enter its retrograde zone. It does not mean that it's retrograde. It means that it's going to be at the degrees that it will be working on. Okay, so it stops, it will sort of start to slow down, not stop, slow down at 14 degrees and 30 minutes, right? On the 14th of January, it will start to slow down. It's as though, to give you an example, it's as though it's lit up, just like the sun is lit up, the sun is light. Once it starts to move into its shadow period, its light starts to dim slowly, slowly, slowly every day. So once we get to the 10th of April and Jupiter will be at 24 degrees and 21 minutes, that's where it's going to stationary and retrograde. Now when I say stationary, it means it will stop, it will have the illusion that it's stopped, and it will start slowly to start turning retrograde. So think of a ball that's turning, 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 and it stops. That's where it's at its most potent time. And then that's when it's stationary. Then it will start to turn the other way. So it's going to start turning retrograde. That's the time when we go inwards. That's the time where we have to try and communicate in a more practical, more, how do I say it, in a more precise manner. So we have to go over things, we have to check things. Anytime when there's a retrograde, there is miscommunication. Also, we have time to go within and work over things, redo things. That's what retrogrades are about. So, from the 14th of January till 10th of April, that's its shadow period. That's when it's slowing down. 10th of April until the 11th of August, it's actually retrograde. So that's about 4 months of Jupiter being retrograde. Now, on the 11th of August, it finishes its retrograde at 14 degrees and 30 minutes. So that means that it's come back to the time, to the point where it started its shadow period. Okay, so it's going to go over the same point where it started to slow down. So that's working over things, redoing things. You get what I mean? Hopefully. So it's back to 14 degrees and 30 minutes on the 11th of August. Okay, and it will be going over that time again. It is stationary direct though now on the 11th of August. So that means that it was going retrograde, right? I should go that way. It was going retrograde. And then on the 11th of August, it actually stopped. And it's stationary direct, so it's very potent. And then it starts to go direct, right? From 14 degrees 30 minutes until the 5th of November, when it will leave its retrograde zone. It will be at 24 degrees and 21 minutes when it is out in the clear. It is finished totally from its retrograde period. Now, 5th of November, it's about 3 days before St. Michael's Day, which is amazing. There's another blessing, because Jupiter will be outside of its retrograde zone. So it's like it's covering, no, it's not like, it will be covering new turf. Now it's going to be at 24 degrees and 21 minutes, which means it's at the last 6 degrees of Sagittarius. And wow, I mean, at its last 6 degrees of its own home sign, it's going to be flying. And that's where it's going to be showering everyone with its gifts. And we're all going to be, with our hands open and saying, thank you. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God. And thank you to whoever you believe in. That's when Jupiter is going to shower us with its gifts. So looking forward to that. All right. Now, I hope that, for those of you that are expertise in astrology, you really didn't need all this explanation. This was for those people that really are not very familiar with the astrology. So I hope that was quite clear for you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. Sending you blessings for the new year, for 2019. I will be back with more. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you.